Vigyan Bhayrav Tantra, the divine book of wisdom. It is one of the profound books ever written about practical spirituality. The book briefly presents 112 tantric meditation methods in very compressed form. This book is the manual for self-realization and to discover the mysteries within. Every possible type of mind has been given a technique in Tantra. There are techniques for the past, present, and future generations. Each human mind has been taken into account. These videos are made to find your method seamlessly.
Today we are going to practice the second meditation technique of Vigyan Bhayrav Tantra, the circle of breath. The Sutra, Shiva says, as breath turns from down to up, and again as breath curves from up to down, through both these turns, realize. It is almost similar to the first technique, but with a slight difference. The emphasis is now not on the gap but the turning. The outgoing and incoming breath makes a circle. We always think of them as two parallel lines, breath going in and breath going out. They are not two parallel lines. Breath going in is half the circle, and breath going out is the other half of the circle. Inhalation and exhalation create a circle. They are not parallel lines, because parallel lines never meet anywhere. Secondly, the breath coming in and the breath going out are not two breaths, they are one breath. The same breath which comes in goes out, so it must have a turn inside. It must turn at some point. There must be a point where the incoming breath becomes outgoing. Shiva says, as breath turns from down to up, and again as breath curves from up to down, through both these turns, realize. Be aware at the turn. But it is a very short turn, very minute observation will be needed. Observation means remaining with no word, with no verbalization, with no thinking inside. Just remaining with it. Those turnings are important because on turning, the breath leaves you to move in a different direction. It was with you when it was coming in, it will be with you again when it goes out. But at the turning point, it is not with you and you are not with it. At that moment the breath is different from you, and you are different from it. If breathing is life, then you are dead. If breathing is your body, then you are no body. If breathing is your mind, then you are no mind in that moment of turning. If you have observed the breath, you will understand that when you stop your breath, the mind stops suddenly, it cannot function. A sudden stoppage of breath and the mind stops. Only a moving breath is joined with the mind, with the body. A non-moving breath is disjoined. At that moment you can easily become aware of who you are. What is this being? What is it to be? Who is inside this house of the body? Who is the master? Am I just the house, or is there some master also? Am I just the mechanism, or does something else also penetrate this mechanism? In that turning moment, Shiva says, realize. He says just be aware of the turning, and you become a realized soul. That concludes the second sutra of Vigyan Bhayrav Tantra.